Okay, just finished a meeting with a PT, and I'm going to show you what's on this whiteboard behind you or behind me, because it's a really important lesson that I want you to consider about your kind of daily and weekly process of building and nurturing your client base. Now, what you can see behind me represents a system that you should have in place, which helps you nurture all of the people who are yet to be your client. It's based on an underlying assumption that in your gym or studio, there are a lot of people who you're interacting with on a daily basis who you believe at some point could be a client. And if we took a time frame of approximately 1 year, we would say that at some point in the next 12 months, I believe that you are a person who has enough interest in your health, your fitness, your body, and that we have enough of a connection and a relationship now that would lead you to becoming my client. Okay? Then what I have is a system where I track all of these people, and there could be hundreds of people on this list. And I'm going to track you through a process whereby I want to get you to be in a position where you're ready to invest in me, in some of my personal training services. I don't know, what you don't know at this stage, is how many interactions and how long it's going to take. Because for one person, it might take you one interaction. You might meet them in the gym, in the studio, and say, do you know what, I might have a sit down, you have a coffee together, and they're ready because they were on the cusp. They'd been thinking, it'd been churning over in their head. They like you enough and you made enough of an impression that they were ready to invest right then. But some people may take a lot longer. They might take 50 interactions. They may really not be quite clear on what it is that they want, and maybe there's a lot of frustrations or a lot of barriers in the way that you need to break down before they can be in a position to invest in you. So let me just, I'm not sure I can flip this around actually while I'm doing it, but I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. Now what I've drawn out here is just this might be something that you do on paper, or it could be something you do on a computer. I've got a system that I use with my trainers, and it's a computerized, quite fancy system. But fundamentally, what you need is a list of people's names here. Okay, a list of people's names, and I've just got 6 here as an example. And then what I've described here using an NFL terminology and metaphor is an end zone. And ultimately, we want to get people in the end zone. And that zone basically represents a place where they're ready to invest in you. And then you'll find that these circles here with the letter I in between are interactions. An interaction, of course, could simply be a conversation in the gym, in the studio. It could be on the phone, it could be text, it could be email. But there's an interaction where you're asking them, you're kind of conversing with them, asking them how they're getting on, giving them help, giving them advice, gradually nudging them towards a place where they're ready. Again, some people may take one, some people may take 100 interactions. But this time across the kind of horizontal axis here, if you like, is a time frame. We can't determine. You don't know how long it's going to take, but you know it's going to take some time. So I really strongly encourage you to focus and think about this process. And every day, every week that you're in business, you're in work mode, you're sitting down and reviewing this list, considering all the while, at what point are each of these people in the process? And what do you need to do today that's going to move them that little bit closer to the end zone? See you soon.